In this video, we'll show you how to add text to your designs. You can find the text tool on the toolbar, which is on the left side of the application window, right in the lettering section. When you put the mouse over the lettering section, you get to see two options, one for text and one for monogramming. In this video, we'll talk about the text tool, while the monogramming tool is presented in a separate video. When you select the text tool, you can click on the design area to define the position of the text. When you click, you set a blue dash, and this is the position where your text starts from. If you want to change the position, just click again to replace the starting point. Now, let's have a look at the options. All the things that you can control are found under the tool options. First of all, type the text you wish to add. Adjust the size by typing a value, or if you use a mouse, scroll with your mouse wheel to choose a value. This value actually represents the height of the characters. Now expand this list to choose a font. As you can see, there are two types of fonts. The pre-digitized fonts, which have this zigzag icon, and the TrueType fonts, which have this double T icon. The pre-digitized fonts are made by professional embroiderers for high-quality lettering output. More than 200 pre-digitized fonts are included in this lettering tool. The TrueType fonts are the fonts that are installed in your computer. The text you have typed is automatically previewed with any font that you select. In most cases, you will need to see the text in multiple fonts to select the one that suits your design. So you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard or the wheel of your mouse, if there is one, to easily navigate through the various fonts while simultaneously seeing how they look like in embroidery. Practically, after you have selected a font and without clicking anywhere else, the font select drop-down remains in focus. You can then use the up or down keys on your keyboard to go to the previous font or to the next one. The same applies to the mouse wheel. Place the mouse cursor on top of the font selector drop-down and move the mouse wheel back and forth accordingly. In that way, you can easily see the text in all those different fonts. You can of course set the characters to be bold or italic. Notice though that some options may be disabled for some fonts, as for example pre-digitized fonts, which you cannot change into italics. You can also enable Smart Text, which gives you the ability to type a specific string of characters to be replaced by a special character. For example, using parentheses and closing a C, you can insert the copyright sign. You can also use envelope to transform the text and change the text placement using these alternative placement options. We will not go over these options in detail at this point though, as Smart Text, abbreviations, envelope, and placement options are described in separate videos. Now, let's go back on how to finalize a text object and how to edit it again. So, when you're done, click on the rectangle selection and the text is finalized with the current properties. If you select the text object you've just created, you can see dimension options and not text options. To adjust the text options again, or edit the text of an existing object, you need to select the text tool once again. Adjust the options as you like and click on the selection tool to release that tool. While adjusting the text options, you can left-click somewhere else and you can start a new text. Additionally, when the mouse is on top of the characters, the cursor turns into a hand, and by clicking and dragging you can move the created text. The red dots that you can see under each character are placement handles. So you can use the mouse to select any of them and move individual characters to create unique text placements. Finally, keep in mind that text objects can be transformed as any normal object.